the presentation or observations, and I will keep mum because there are petitions against him pending with me as a regulator, which are at the moment sub judice.
Thank you, Mr. Raja and fellow panelists. And in front of this August gathering, I have been given this chance to speak about the experience that we have had about the distribution franchisee in Nagpur. I know we have already exceeded the time limit, and so all of us want to go for the lunch, but I'll just take 5 to 10 minutes. First of all, I have a privilege of having worked in both the models. One was the licensee model when I was in BSCS, and today in the DF model. My dear friends, I want to submit that, very rightly said by Mr. Sudhakar, that the losses definitely were very high when DVB was privatized, and BYPL, although the projected figure is around 55%, but I know for certain that in some areas the losses were as high as 70 to 80%. Now my basic question is only this. My basic question is, in this entire process of privatization, what is most important is the valuation. How do you come to a figure that this is the loss and this is what is required to be invested? May I submit that in DF area, when we took over and we did bid and we won the bid, and there are parameters that have to be followed, and you want to enter into a bid, so you quote a price, you see a infrastructure, you can visibly see what is there, but you can't see it, what is inside that. May I submit to this August gathering that right in the first month, May, 54 distribution transformers burnt. Now this is a legacy that was inherited, and unfortunately this was not known to us. Why it was not known? Because for 4 years, because of the process of privatization in Nagpur, nothing was spent for development of infrastructure. Now, unless until this power sector, in the power sector, if you continuously use your machines and your infrastructure without maintaining it properly, this is bound to happen. Oil not being in the transformer, power transformers having very low DGA, wherein 3 power transformers also vanished. Now these are the things which are to be seen in the model that we are talking about, that what is the condition of the infrastructure. For example, Madhya Pradesh is trying to enter into the DF model. Other states are also trying to enter into this DF model. I think the regulators have they have to have a task of ensuring that there is a fair play, and the fair play desires that the condition of assets is known, and the realistic presumption of the losses is also very correctly done. I can share with you, sir, that the present day infrastructure, we have dumb meters. There is no energy audit. Whatever is being said just on the basis of some approximation. In Nagpur itself, there are places where the losses are as high as 60%. Now this all needs what? This all needs investment. Now DFA has a limitation. That limitation has to be understood. I would like to convert Nagpur into a utility which could be visited by the foreigners and see that this is what can be achieved. Yes, it is possible, because everything is available in the world. You can get the best technology, and I have a will to implement it. I want to ensure that I give a quality supply to my consumer. I want to ensure that my customer satisfaction is at the peak. And believe me, sir, I am telling you, and most of you are welcome to visit. At present, if the electricity goes, the response that my customer gets is phenomenal. I have introduced a system wherein I can tell him by SMS that his power would be not available for this much to this much. and then he gets the power dot at that time when I have specified. Now these are the things which we did as CSAT survey, and believe me, all other parameters were fine except a parameter wherein they felt that as a private utility I would increase their price or something like that, which I had to tell them. So they are basically what is happening is the lack of education, the lack of interface. So what is required is, as a utility, I go to the consumer, I visit them at various forums, tell them, look here, this is what I am able to give you. Please bear with me. And then the response is excellent. Because ultimately I am 100% convinced, having spent all my years in the power sector, that every one of us looks for the quality. Be it my food, be it my living, be it anything, then why not quality supply? Now this quality supply cannot come of its own. Everything has a price. And that price is regulated. Yes, it should be. But then it has to be realistic. And very rightly said that this needs a political will, the social will, and acceptance. For example, we are lucky that we have a total urban area where I have to supply. But if there is a rural area also where we have to go, then how do we treat that? Given the mindset that the agriculture is, it is free electricity for agriculture, almost free, 50 paisa or whatever it is. So point is, if this country needs to go forward in the power sector, the reforms are a must, and they have to be realistic. The tariffs have to be realistic. Yes, we can have staggered tariff. We must take care of people who are below poverty line, who are low income group. We must take care of them. The entire society must bear that, and they have a right to get the same quality of supply as is being given to the other people who can pay for it. But yes, there has to be this. The entire society has to understand that everything has a price to it, and they must pay for it, and they must pay realistic. I am sure that my model, DF model, is going to be a success. We are going to achieve what we have laid ourselves. Our vision is, really our vision is that henceforth the people must forget about inverters, which was also said by BSES in Delhi. Unfortunately, it did not happen. But so long I keep on getting the power, I am willing to give them the best service. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.